Oh, look, it's beyond our wildest expectations. It's fantastic news for Bendigo Health, fantastic news for Bendigo community, wonderful news for the whole Loddon Mallee region. You know, we set out 18 months ago with very high expectations. We travelled the world to look for our definition of world class, an outstanding solution for our community. And we had set some particularly high standards. We were hopeful that we'd achieve those outcomes, but in the proposal in front of us now from Exemplar, we've exceeded our expectations. It's absolutely stunning, and when the Bendigo community sees some of the photographs in detail, I'm sure they can only be particularly excited about this fantastic new facility. It will be Australia's first world-class regional health service.
There have been a lot of community concerns over delays. Do you think now people can rest easy that something is happening?
Look, none of the concerns ever came from the project team and the people close to it. We were always optimistic that we get a 2016 completion date. We have a bidder now who's committed to a 2016 completion date, and we're optimistic that's what we'll achieve. I think we can now turn the attention over the coming months to the actual detail of the building, and people will start to get particularly excited when they see what's coming.
What are some of the new features in this proposal?
Oh, well, it's massively larger than what we've had previously though, so it's a significant number of additional beds that will cater for our needs for decades to come. We're essentially doubling our numbers of theatres from 5 to 10. We have, within the one roof line and within the one facility, we have a large psychiatric facility with secure extended care, aged psychiatry and adult acute beds that is almost twice the size of what we have available at the moment. In that same facility we have an integrated cancer centre, which will be a fantastic addition to the Loddon Mallee region, as well as all of the other components of our brand new acute hospital. One of the real beauties and innovative aspects of this proposal is the two-storey bridgeway or link across Arnold Street to the existing hospital site on Lucan Street. Because while many of those buildings have outlived their use-by date, there's still some high-quality infrastructure on that site, such as the Hyatt block, the Phillips block, the current radiotherapy centre, and if it was isolated without the link, it makes it a little problematic to make use of those facilities. But with an undercover enclosed two-storey link, we have a fantastic whole of precinct solution that we really hadn't thought was possible previously. So that's fantastic. I suppose the other real innovative solution that has come out of the PPP process that we see is the car parking solution. Not only is it almost 4 times the available car parking that we have on site at the moment, but the centrepiece of it is a multi-storey car park to be located where Kamala and the Stenner Street buildings are at the moment, and on top of that car park we'll have the chopper landing, and that will be a massive addition and improvement to people in the Loddon Mallee region where we have to transfer people out at short notice to Melbourne for more specialist care, or neonate babies going to Melbourne. Fantastic addition, but having it not land in the middle of the new acute hospital with some of the challenges that presents from an engineering perspective is a real bonus in this particular solution. Wonderful outcome. The other thing just that comes to mind in terms of what it brings to the community and what the PPP process has brought is the additional commercial outcomes. We have 90 service departments.
No, there are 110 service departments.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. There's a 100-place childcare centre, and there's also some about 15 low-cost accommodation units as well. On top of the other things that were announced today around the conference centre and retail outlets across the hospital. One of those that's really quite important to us is the childcare centre. One of the things we struggle with is getting our staff back to work after there's been a birth, and 75% of our staff are female. So having an on-site, easy access childcare centre is going to make it much better for us operationally to bring staff back to Bendigo Health, and that's a really big deal for us. there's a whole range of innovations and things in this building. As John said, we picked the best things from Europe when we went to Europe and had a look. And I think I was quoted last year as saying that when you see this design, it will blow your socks off. And I think when we actually start to, as it starts to dawn on people just how big this project is, how much of a world-class project it really is, then yeah, it will blow your socks off. We've taken an awful lot of effort into looking at the energy and the carbon footprint of this hospital. It's one of the lowest energy using hospitals in Australia. In fact, the energy targets are so tight and so hard that both consortia really struggled to meet the energy targets, but we were very pleased when Exemplar did. And we've also put a big emphasis on it being a tranquil hospital. And that means things like the noise in the hospital is minimised, and the sound transmission from bedroom to bedroom is minimised, so you can get a good night's sleep. And combine that with the fantastic landscaping outcome that we're going to get, and healing gardens and those kind of things, it'll be very beneficial for the well-being of the patients, and we'll see the patients actually recover quicker and be out of hospital quicker. And that's really a key goal for us, is to treat people as quickly as we can and have them leave as quickly as they can and go home. So I'm extremely pleased with the announcement today. One of the other things that we've been mindful of when we've been designing this project is that just to be respectful of the heritage that we've got and our existing buildings on the site, and we have a collection of heritage listed buildings on this site. One of the things that we'll be doing as part of the project is to restore the older heritage buildings back to their former glory, and we'll be using those for a range of sort of activities, including education and so on and so forth. And also the walls up Hope Street, which a lot of the consortia took a lot of care to make sure that we treat those buildings sympathetically. We're going to put a large hospital on the site, and we didn't want that hospital to drown the heritage buildings. So there's a lot of work with Heritage Victoria just to make sure that we do build this sympathetically to the heritage of Bendigo Health and that of Caudle. It goes all the way back to the Gold Rush days.
The other thing I would like to do is place on record our thanks for the 90 odd staff within Bendigo Health who were part of the assessment panels, who've been working for months through the original submissions and then through the BAFO, or the best and final offer phase. They've done a remarkable job and added enormous value throughout the process. We wouldn't have had the result that we've achieved here without their support. And also a big thank you to government. We completed that assessment phase with the final steering committee meeting last Tuesday morning, and here it is now, not more than 48 hours later, and the wheels of government have turned very quickly. We've got a result with the Premier on the site announcing the preferred bidder for this particular project. I don't think they could have worked any faster than that.